Hey Facebook friends, it's Anna. Just wanted to let you know 20 years ago I broke a promise and I just wanted to share that with you. In 1996, I competed in the Mrs. All Nations of America pageant in Galveston, Texas, and was suffering from anxiety and depression quite a bit. This has been a lifelong hurdle for me since the birth of my first son, and with postpartum depression and anxiety attacks. Back in the 80s and 90s, we kind of hid it. It was a taboo. But I wanted to tell you all that the reason I'm starting these video series and Facebook posts and YouTube posts is to not sell anything but my experience and my history, and to hopefully help you all. 20 years ago, 20 minutes before the actual pageant, I was decided to kneel by the side of my bed in my hotel room and ask God for His will in this pageant that I was in. Now, mind you, this was a national pageant, and I remember vividly sitting there saying, "Dear God, if you want me to win this, let it be your will. If not, let me learn something from it. Let the anxiety that I experienced go away. Let it be a season. Let it be an experience." About an hour later, after much fear, I was crowned Mrs. All Nations of America in 1996. Wow. Did I think that was going to change my life? In some respects, it did. I was not the haughty queen. On my way home from Galveston on the plane, I wondered, what am I going to do? I have a platform for anxiety and depression disorder, and I have a role to fill. So I came back and promised myself that I would do my year of public speaking and talking about the taboo subject of anxiety and depression. Well, that was a great year for me, and although I would never trade it for anything in the world, I have my crowns behind me to remind me every day. But the most important thing was I broke my promise to God. Life started, children. I had a 7 and a 9-year-old and a business to run, and I kind of went away from it. Started my photography, and life took its turns. Kids started growing up, off to college, marriages, and then I started noticing on Facebook and YouTube and in my personal relationships that there were so many broken people out there right now, especially in the last 5 years with the economy, that I went back to that time and that moment in my hotel room where I made God a promise, and I broke it. I love my photography. I love my family, but I lost that passion to really help those in need. And I just want to let you know that there are a lot of people out there that are suffering, and you don't need to. It is treatable. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a therapist. I'm not trained in that area, but I am trained by my personal experiences. So all I want to say is that if you're out there and you're alone, you're suffering, you're on Facebook because you have no one to talk to, or you may be on Facebook because you just love to post photos like I do or whatever. We all have our ups and downs, and we all have our moments. And I just want to let you know that I want to go back to that time where I did promise God that I would give back if I won the title. And although the crowns are sitting in this case back here, they're all dusty. I rarely see them. They're in my dining room. That promise still lingers in me. So what I want to extend out to all of you is that if you are suffering, if you're lonely, please get help. It is not something terrible. It is not a horrible disease that can't be fixed. But I do want you to know that looking at people on Facebook, you tend kind of judge them in the wrong way. You think, wow, they got the perfect life. She's out photographing people. She's, doing this, she's doing that. And we all try and post the positive posts. And let me tell you something. I still have anxiety and I still have depression at times. I hide it well and I deal with it and I pray about it. But without my faith in God, without my children, a very supportive husband, and some very special friends in my life, I don't think I would have gotten this far. So, to all of you who are suffering out there tonight, know you're not alone. Contact your physician, contact a therapist. If you want to message me, I'll be more than happy to help you find some help wherever you live. But I just want to bring back the happiness in your life. It is gut-wrenching, it is hard, and there's no reason none of us should live without passion and faith. So, as a good night tonight, I just want to wish you the strength to get through what you're going through, if you are going through something. And I'm here if you need me. Good night.